Hello and welcome to the Deep Dive. This is the place where we slow down the world to speed up your learning.
It's great to be here.
We're here to help you improve your English fluency one step at a time. And today, we're going to talk about something we all want more of.
Time.
Exactly. Time. More specifically, how to find the absolute best time to study.
You know, this topic is one of the most common questions I hear from students. It really is a central problem.
I believe it.
We have this old saying in English, the early bird gets the worm. But I always wonder, does the early bird really win?
Or, does the night owl get the peace and quiet?
That's the question.
It is the big question.
Yeah.
And it's such a difficult choice for so many people. I think a lot of learners feel, stuck.
Stuck in the middle.
Yes. They wake up early and they feel tired. They stay up late and they lose focus. They just want to know if there's a secret answer.
Like a magic hour where learning suddenly becomes easy.
Right. But is there a single answer? Is there one time that's just better for every single person?
I wish I could say yes. I wish I could tell you, study at 6 a.m. and you'll be fluent in a month.
But the reality is, well, it's a bit more complex than that.
In real life, there's no single answer.
Because our lives aren't the same. We all have different constraints.
Constraints. That's a good word. The things that limit us.
Like our jobs, our families, our energy levels.
Exactly.
Let's maybe look at how real people fit studying into their lives.
Yeah.
Not just a list of jobs, but the types of schedules people have.
Okay, where should we start?
Let's think about a parent.
Oh, that's a tough one. If you have small children, you can't just sit down and study whenever you want.
You can't. For a parent, the best time is often the only time. They might wake up at, say, 5:03 or 6 in the morning.
And not because they love the sunrise?
No.
Yeah.
It's because the house is silent. They have maybe 1 hour before the children wake up and the chaos begins.
So for them, the motivation is silence. Just a moment of peace.
That's it. Then what about a shift worker? Someone like a nurse or a police officer, they might work all night.
Their whole schedule is flipped upside down.
Completely. A nurse might finish work at 7 a.m., and while everyone else is rushing to the office, they're going home.
So 8 a.m. isn't the start of their day. It's the end.
Right. They might study then because the work is done, and they can finally relax before sleeping.
It's interesting how morning can mean something so different to different people.
It really is.
But what about people who do have a choice? People without kids or night shifts?
That brings us to the night owls. Think about a programmer or maybe a university student.
I have a friend who's a programmer. He says he just can't think during the day. His phone is always buzzing.
Emails, text messages, news alerts. It's a very common feeling.
The digital world is loud.
Very loud. But late at night, the emails stop. The messages stop. The world feels smaller, quieter.
And that isolation is perfect for them. They can finally focus.
Exactly. So we have the early risers who beat the noise and the night owls who wait for the noise to end.
But we can't forget the commuters, the people who are always moving.
Ah, yes. The people on the bus or the train.
For a busy office worker, that commute might be the only free time they have all day.
So they study on the bus. Or
Yeah.
they listen to a deep dive like this one while they're driving.
They're turning dead time into learning time.
That's a great way to put it. So we've seen people study at all hours, morning, noon, and night.
But let's push those specific life situations aside for a moment.
Okay.
Let's imagine a person with a totally free day. No boss, no kids, no commute, just 24 free hours, biologically speaking. Is there a superior time to learn? What does the science say?
This is where it gets really fascinating.
Yeah.
Because the science tells us that the brain isn't the same all day. It changes.
So many education experts prefer morning study, right?
They do, but for a specific kind of learning.
What do you mean by that?
Well, think of your brain like a battery or maybe a fuel tank. When you wake up after a good night's sleep, that tank is full.
Your willpower is high. You haven't spent any energy making decisions yet.
Exactly. You haven't decided what to eat or how to answer that angry email. You're fresh.
And this makes the morning ideal for
For what we call factual learning.
factual learning. Can you give some examples?
Sure. Things that require heavy lifting for your brain. memorizing a long list of new vocabulary,
Okay.
or learning complex grammar rules,
Yeah.
or revising for a difficult exam.
Mm.
These are tasks that require logic and a lot of memory.
That makes sense. It's like trying to lift a heavy weight. You want to do it when you're feeling strong.
Precisely. If you try to memorize 50 new words at 10 p.m. after a long, hard day, your brain will struggle. It's tired. It'll push back.
But I know so many people who swear by working at night. Are they all wrong?
Not at all. They're just doing a different kind of work.
Okay.
Psychology suggests that at night, the brain becomes more free and flexible.
Flexible. How so?
Well, during the day, our brains are very logical, very focused on efficiency.
Getting things done.
Right. But as we get tired, our logical guard comes down. We stop trying to be so perfect. And this relaxed state is actually better for creativity.
So if I want to write a story or just practice speaking freely, night might be better.
Yes, the night is ideal for that kind of creative thinking. It's great for planning an essay, writing in a journal, or trying to solve a problem in a new way.
You're less critical of yourself.
Exactly.
So that's a really helpful distinction. Morning is for the hard facts, the grammar, the dates, the vocabulary.
And night is for the ideas, the writing, the speaking, the brainstorming.
That's a great general rule.
It is.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that destroys both morning and night study.
Yeah.
One thing that's more important than the clock.
I think I know what you're going to say. Sleep.
Sleep. It doesn't matter if you're an early bird or a night owl. If you only get 4 hours of sleep, you won't learn well.
You can't build a house on a broken foundation.
You can't. A stable routine with 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That is the most important factor.
I agree completely. Without sleep, the brain can't move information from short-term to long-term memory.
It just falls out.
So we have the theory. Morning for facts, night for flow. But how does a listener know what works for them?
We can't just guess,
We need data.
correct?
Yeah.
You need to become a scientist of your own life.
Yeah.
We suggest a simple experiment. We call it the 1-week test.
I love experiments. Walk us through it. How does a listener do this test?
Okay, so it takes 7 days. You're going to split your week into 2 blocks.
2 blocks. Got it.
For the first 3 days, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you study in the morning.
Okay. So I wake up, maybe grab some coffee, and study. What
All right.
time?
Let's pick a specific window, like 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. or whatever fits your schedule before work. You do this for 3 days in a row.
And then we switch.
Yes. For the next 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you study in the evening, maybe from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
That covers 6 days. What happens on Sunday?
Sunday is your rest day, or maybe a light review. But mostly, it's a day to look at your data.
Okay, now this is the part where a lot of students fail. They do the studying, but they forget to track the results.
It's the most important part.
So what should they be writing down?
You have to write a short note after every study session. Don't trust your memory. Write it down immediately.
Okay.
And you need to answer 4 specific questions.
What's the first question?
First, how was my focus on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 means you were looking at your phone every minute. 5 means you were totally lost in the work.
Simple enough. What's next?
Second, did I feel sleepy or awake? This is crucial. You might have good focus, but if you're fighting to keep your eyes open, you won't remember much later.
That is a good point. Sometimes I read a whole page at night, but I'm so sleepy I don't actually understand any of it.
Exactly. And that leads to the third question. Did I understand the new ideas? Did the information go into your brain easily, or did you have to read the same sentence 5 times?
And the last question.
Did I feel stressed or calm? Learning a language is hard. If you're stressed because you're rushing to work, you'll start to hate studying. You want a time where you feel calm.
Those are great questions, but I have to play the skeptic for a moment.
Please do.
Life is messy. It has variables. Maybe on Tuesday I study in the morning, but I had a terrible sleep on Monday night.
Okay.
Or maybe on Friday evening I try to study, but I had a really stressful day at the office. Won't that ruin the test?
You're absolutely right. And that's why we do it for 3 days, not just 1.
I see.
1 bad day is an accident. 3 bad days, well, that's a pattern. You have to be honest with yourself when you look at your notes.
So you're looking for the trend.
Yes. If you see that every morning you scored a 4 or 5 on focus, but every night you scored a 2, the answer is pretty clear.
You're a morning studier.
Exactly.
And what if the results are equal?
Then you're lucky. It means you have a flexible brain. You can choose the time that fits your social life best.
So after the week is over, we have our data, we make a decision. What's the final verdict?
The verdict is what we call own your clock.
Own your clock. I like that.
There's no perfect time for everyone in the world, but there is a perfect time for you.
And once you find it, you have to stick to it.
Yes. Success comes from matching your study time to your natural energy. If you're a true early riser, don't force yourself to stay up late just because a friend does.
And if you're a night owl, don't torture yourself with 5 a.m. alarms.
It's about working with your biology, not against it.
Precisely.
But I do want to mention one last thing. We've talked a lot about time, but your habits are even more important than the clock.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can choose the perfect time, but if you use bad study methods, it won't matter. There are 3 habits that win every time.
Let's hear them.
First, regular repeated study is better than cramming.
Cramming. When you try to learn everything the night before the test.
Yes, it's painful and it just doesn't work. It's much better to study for 20 minutes every day than for 5 hours on Sunday.
Consistency is king.
Second, active methods are better than passive ones. Don't just read the textbook.
Right.
Close the book and try to say the words out loud. Write a summary. Test yourself.
Use your active brain, not just your active eyes.
And third, a good plan that you actually follow is better than a perfect plan that you quit. If the perfect time is 5 a.m., but you hate it and you quit after 3 days, it's a bad plan.
That is a very powerful lesson. It's better to do something okay for a year than something perfect for a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the conclusion's this. The best time is the one you will actually use. We want you to own your clock, choose a time, protect that time, and use it well.
This has been a very helpful discussion. I feel like I can look at my own schedule with fresh eyes now.
Yeah, too.
Now let's slow down for a moment. I want to summarize the key points we've learned today.
First, we learned that morning study is often best for memory and facts, while night study is great for creativity. Second, everyone has a different body clock, so you must find what works for your specific life. Third, you can use the 1-week test to compare your focus levels at different times of the day. Finally, remember that consistency and getting enough sleep are more important than the exact hour you choose.
That is a perfect summary. Now I believe it's time for our vocabulary word tour.
It is. We have selected 10 key words from today's deep dive. These words will help you talk about time and study habits effectively.
I will introduce the word, then you'll give a simple definition, and I will finish with one clear example sentence. Ready?
I'm ready.
Word number 9 is circadian rhythm.
Your body's natural 24-hour clock that controls sleep and energy.
My circadian rhythm wakes me up at 6 a.m. every day without an alarm. Word number 2, peak energy.
The time of day when you feel the most awake and able to work well.
My peak energy is usually around 10 a.m., so I do my hardest work then. Word number 3, night owl.
A person who likes to stay up late and feels energetic at night.
My brother is a night owl. He often studies until 2 in the morning. Word number 4, early riser.
A person who wakes up early and likes to start their day in the morning.
As an early riser, she enjoys reading the news while drinking coffee at sunrise. Word number 5, focus.
The ability to put all your attention on one task.
Please turn off your phone so you can focus on your homework. Word number 6, brainstorming.
Thinking of many new ideas quickly to solve a problem.
We spent the afternoon brainstorming ideas for our new business project. Word number 7, commute.
The journey you take traveling to and from work or school.
He listens to English podcasts during his long commute on the train. Word number 8, cramming.
Trying to learn a lot of information in a short time just before a test.
Cramming the night before an exam usually results in a lot of stress. Word number 9, revise.
To look over or read something again. To improve your knowledge.
Medical students must revise their notes every day to remember all the details. And word number 10, flexible.
Able to change or adapt easily.
At night, your brain is more flexible, which helps with creative writing. Excellent work. Those are 10 powerful words that you can use in your daily life.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at Steady Step English.